Hey everybody, welcome to Blackbird Design Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole and today we are here for a stitch with me because I finished my big diamond painting. I finished my fairy. I finished my clock. You can see all those things over in Facebook and you can also see them in Discord. If you're in my reading Discord, I pop them in there as well. I'm also popped them into the BookTube coven. So yeah, it's all happening here with finishing and all the everything that we need to get done. And yeah, so hopefully you will pull out some craft today and you will get a little bit of crafting done as well. We're going to be here for a couple of hours. We're going to do 45-minute sessions, have a little bit of break. And then, yeah, we'll just be doing what we do, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just checking to make sure that everything is okay and working all right. But anyway, I'm going to be doing some stitching today. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a WIP chat. I'll have some music playing in the background, so if I go quiet, that's okay too, because sometimes we don't have many people here, but then other times it's very chatty. So it just depends on what is happening with everybody else. So let me just put some music in the background. I still have to do up a playlist. I think I need to do go into my editing software and just do up a little bit of music that I can get off YouTube and stuff like that, and just have it here so it can play and we can. I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know what size file I can put in here, but I can always try. But anyway, for now, we'll put on this one here. We'll have it a little bit lower so it's not too loud. So, yeah, anyway. It was paused at 9 minutes until start. Really? That's interesting. Because it was like, refresh. Yeah, you got to refresh and all that sort of stuff. So today, as I said, I'm working on humming of bees. For those that don't know what it looks like, that is what I'm working on. And this is where I'm at. I've got half the house done, so to speak. Yeah, about half. Maybe just a little bit more than half. So I've got to do some more brickwork. I've got to do some more on this plant here. And then I've got a whole heap of motifs and everything that I've got to go and do over here. So I'm going to finish off the window today. Here, and then I might end up just going up and doing this motif up here because it's in the same color. I still haven't done a I haven't attempted to do the let me just get that in the right place. There we go. I haven't attempted to do the stone crosses yet. I keep saying that I'm going to practice and I don't do it. So yeah, anyway, that's where we're at. But I have been on a roll this month. These videos have been absolutely fantastic for me getting finishes done. So yeah, so I managed to get my clock done and whatnot. So I am going to just bring up, where do I have them? Let me just go here. All right, so all right, we're going to do a little bit of sharing because sharing is caring. Share screen, Discord. Yeah. Gonna share the picture. So this is the clock. I got all the mechanism. Is it coming up? No, I need to swap it around. Hang on a second. Let me swap this around. There we go. Make this a bit bigger so you can see it. So this is the clock that I got done. I don't know if I can enlarge that. Let me see if I can enlarge that. Zoom in a bit. Whoa, that's zooming in, isn't it? So that is the clock. So you can see there I got all the crystals on last night. I ended up just using with this section here. I ended up just this section here. I just ended up putting some. I had some spare crystals from another project. I actually think from the Dragonfly, and I just put it up there. So I've got to get a battery for it. But you can see in the background here, like the canvas wasn't that great, and whatnot. So yeah, so you can see down here where I don't know if you can see the cursor or not, but there was a little bit of bleeding from the design. So what I'm thinking of doing, because this has no cover on it at all, what I'm thinking of doing, and there's some up here and some down here, but so for the most part it's okay. But what I'm thinking of doing is maybe getting some paint pens and colouring in this purple bit, making it a little bit more vibrant and making the moon a little bit whiter and getting rid of some of these bleed outs and all the rest of it. But other than that, it's a great little project that I did yesterday, and I really like it. So so I got that finished yesterday. I started and finished that yesterday. The other one that I finished on Tuesday, my Tuesday, so it was the day before, was the fairy. So yeah, so let me just enlarge that a bit so you can see there. It's round drills. You can see her face, whatnot. Not the best picture, but I do have the full canvas here. Let me enlarge that and bring that down. So that's this was from Easy Whim. It was my subscription box that I got. I've now since trimmed it to the diamonds, and because it is just going to go into a frame, possibly not. It may just end up, I don't know if it's going to go into a frame or not, but it turned out really well for a cheap canvas. It's a little bit pixelated, as you can see. The shoulders and everything, it's a little bit blurry, but that's to be expected with some of these cheaper ones. But the piece that I'm most excited about finishing is this one here, which is my kitty cat. So yeah, I got all of that finished. I fixed everything. I was very disheartened with this, if you remember correctly, that I was very disheartened with this one because the simple fact is that the cat laid on it, but I managed to fix it with the, I've still got to wipe it over and stuff like that. It's sitting on my long arm machine at the moment, but I've still I'm really happy with it. I like how it's got a little bit of light in it and all that sort of stuff. It's not absolutely perfect. This area here is dark, but then the light's hitting it from the candle, and it's rendered really well, and it looks absolutely fantastic in person. When you step away from it, it actually looks like a picture, but you can see it's quite glittery in some places where the sun is hitting it, because I took this outside. The globe is fantastic. Absolutely love it. But yeah, so they are the finishes that I have got done this week, and I'm super excited that I've got them done. So let me stop sharing that and put. Nope. Oh, which one was I in? Was it that one? Yes, it was that one. So yeah, so I've got a lot finished, and I started the spiral with the witch's hat that's got the staircase on it and whatnot last night, and I got a little corner done. So I have it wrapped up at the moment because I'm cross stitching today, but I may do a bit later. But let me just show you what I got done. I got that done last night, but you can see the rendering on this. Like, it is fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, and this is a Diamond Eye Club one. So yeah, so that's where we're at. That's a little bit of her hair, and that's what I got done last night. And then I realized as well, I trimmed this to actually peel off, and then I realized that Diamond Eye Club's little papers now are actually perforated, so I don't even have to use the release papers anymore, because I can just keep that extra bit on, and and I can just pull the plastic off as I go, which makes it nice and easy for me to work on then. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that as well. So yeah, but today we're going to do a little bit of cross stitching, because as I said, I'm finished all my things, and I thought I will spend quite a number of hours on this today. We'll see how long we're going to be here. I'm guessing I'm going to do at least 3 reverse sprints. So we'll have 3 45-minute sessions minimum. Depending how I'm going, I might do a little bit extra. All right, so let's have a look and see who's here today. We have Christina. Hello, Christina. And we open up our little crafting circle session with cross patch, draw the latch, sit by the fire and spin, take a cup, drink it up, and then call the neighbours in. So go and invite some of your friends to come and do a little bit of stitching. You can do diamond painting, as Christina is going to finish my diamond painting today. I just have the moon left. The YouTube got a little bit weird and didn't froze, and froze at 9 minutes. So yeah, that's interesting. So yeah. I should really get pics of mine and post them. Yeah, you should, so we can all see it as well and celebrate your finishes and your progress and all that sort of thing. So with this one, I actually did a start picture. So just as I was starting to place drills, and then I've done the section finish. So this one, I'm going to try and do a section every day. It should get me pretty close to halfway done. So right now, I'm going to, when I come home from Brendan's, I'm just going to do a small amount each night. And I'm thinking I'm even going to take it with me on the weekend and do some on the weekend as well, as long with this stitch with me. So I can still get some stitches in, because I'm going to be doing a crafty weekend with my girls. So not my daughters, but with my best friends. So yeah. Welcome on in. Chris, thank you for being here. Hope everyone's having a great day or night. We are. And hello to Chris from Christina. So not too many people hanging out today. Pretty quiet already. So we're just going to get stuck straight into the stitching. So I'm going to fix the window, and then I'm going to do this motif up here, because I want to start doing some of the motifs over here today. So yeah, so the house is got to sort of, because then I can scroll, like roll it up, and then I won't have to shift it too far. And whatnot. So there is that. So yeah. So I'm just going to put my little chart up here, and hopefully that'll stay there. It's not. It's been temperamental. All right. Stop it. Stay. So yeah, because I've got the thread already done. I haven't done the mortar. I'm going to do that once I'm finished the house. Paul's also here as well. Welcome on in, Paul. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. What are you reading today? You can see across the bottom, tell us what you're working on or reading, whatever the case may be, because, you know, we're nosy. We want to know. Yeah, so I'm going to start getting some stitches in, and I'm going to start the timer. So I've got my needle where I need to start it. Let's do our first 45-minute session. I don't know if you've been here before, Paul, but these are reverse sprints, and they're sort of chatty. So basically what happens is for 45 minutes, we do a little bit of chatting. We do a lot of chatting. Sometimes I might be a bit quiet while I'm stitching and counting and all that sort of stuff. But for the most part, if you've got any questions, you can drop in there. I'll say hello to you when I see you pop in. I do have magnifiers on, so I don't always see people pop in. And then after about 45 minutes, when my alarm goes off, we will then go for a 10 or 15-minute break, depending how I'm feeling. Go top up our cuppers, do a loo run, put a load of washing on, whatever the case may be, sweep the floor, whatever, but we just get up and walk away from our crafting or our reading, and then we come back and we do another 45-minute session. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to do 3 today, and so yeah, so we're going to get started, and that way we can finally get some progress done. I am listening in the breaks. I am listening to Open Wide by Jessica Gross, which totally suits this title of the book. It's a horror, and she basically goes with inside her boyfriend. Interesting. I'm about 50% of the way through, so it's okay. Not released in the US until 2027. However, it's already been released in the UK, so because that's where I got it from. So the audio has been released as well. So the Goodreads is very confusing, but according to NetGalley, the audiobook has already been released. Well, it's archived anyway. But I think it said June 2027 on Goodreads. I don't remember. But anyway, Christina, sorry, Paul is reading Steel Kiss. Nice. Christina is saying, I have had a busy day getting all the things done, just finished supper. Sometimes I use this as an ambiance Shh, don't tell Nicole. I like putting Nicole up on the TV and watching her stitch. It's very relaxing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's start the timer. We've got 45 minutes on the clock. So there you go. When you hear that go off, it's quite jarring. So yeah, just be aware. You can mute if you want to. Just set a timer for 45 minutes, and you know, that's fine. Or a little bit less than 45 minutes, so you can come in and do a little bit of chatting or whatever the case may be. But as I said, these are reverse sprints, so we talk all the way through them. I am mildly impressed with the amount of stitching, not stitching, diamond painting I have got done. Savannah's like, you're a speed demon at diamond painting. I'm like, no, I've just made it a priority. And realistically, I haven't done a lot on each day, right? So like, yes, I've been doing live streams and stuff, but as a whole, I haven't done a great deal. Like, I haven't sat there for hours and hours and hours. It's only been a couple of days a week because I've had other stuff to do. I'm really behind in my editing, which is very frustrating right now, but it is what it is. I'm also behind in my filming as well, but they're not time sensitive ones. I can sort of do them anytime, so that's not a problem. Just got to count. So this is the second row of windows. I still have 2 more windows and a door to go. So I've still got a fair bit of the house to do. But as I said, I'm going to get some of these motifs done. So the one up here, the numbers, and then I'm going to start on this side and get some of these done today, because I want to be able to, and I will endeavor to do the Smyrna crosses, but I think I'm going to wait until I've done everything else and then come back to these, because I don't want them to get damaged in the scroll bar. Not that I don't think that they will, but I sort of don't want to take the risk because it is a lot of work to do them. So yeah, I just sort of, yeah, maybe I'll just hold off on those. Or am I just procrastinating because I don't want to do them? Maybe that is the case. But yeah, and I picked up my diary just before we came on a sprint, and I took a big chunk out of my knuckle. Like, ow! Because I've just started doing lists and stuff for an event that I've got coming up. So to-do lists and all that sort of stuff, and I'm like, that bloody hurt. I use an old diary as my notebook on that at the moment, so which is really good. So won't be taking me too long to get this done. So basically what I want to do is get enough motifs done so I can scroll up a little bit. So this isn't a scroll bar, so I don't have to pull it out as such, but I still have to move it so I can finish off the charts. Like, there's a little gold sort of coloring at this, like this sort of color, I think over here for the bees on that. So I've got to do that. And Christina says, I'll be reading Sea Charms today. I'm on chapter 20. Nice. I have Spell Shop here, but I don't have the other 2 books. So I think I'm going to order the other 2 books next week. And then I'm going to get stuck into those 3. And finish that, because I've got that on my TBR cart. So I will just, because I put a lot of series on my TBR cart this year. So I want to get to those. Some are the beginning of series and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to get right into those, but I guess we'll see. Savannah's only got 2 weeks left of placement. She got her interim report yesterday, and she's at, basically they're ready for her to go into the workforce. Basically, she's at a graduate level. So yeah, they're really happy with her progress and stuff. So that's good, which has made her relax a little bit, I think. So I have started the big one. As I said, I'm going to do a little section of that each day. I did a section of it last night before I went to bed, and I slept so well last night. So I think that I'm just going to do the big painting like at night, and then I'm going to work on I'm going to work on some of the smaller pieces that I've got, because I've got a few that are like 30 by 30. So I'm going to work on those, and then that'll start knocking some of those off. And basically, I took all my finishes out of that pink folder that I have, and put them in the green one, because I've got a lot of charts to start in the pink one. So yeah, and then I found on AliExpress the other day, I think it was like an A1, which is really really big poster size. Oh, really big poster size. So I'm thinking that I'm going to grab one of those for my big pieces, so they can lay flat, and then I can just lay it under my bed, and keep them nice and flat, the ones that are waiting for framing and stuff, because not all of the ones that I have are going to get framed. But as I was saying the other day, I was thinking that maybe I can, like, once I move from here, make up like a poster holder or a photo frame, not a photo frame, sorry, a frame holder, and have them in that somewhere. And in like a giant drawstring bag, which is going to protect them from dust and all that sort of stuff, and then swap them out, because I do have a lot of seasonal sort of stuff that I can swap out. Like, I've got Halloween stuff, I've got Christmas stuff, I've got just like general autumn, all that sort of stuff, and I can probably start thinking about swapping them out. And some of them are very similar in size, so if I create a space for them, and then I just put swap the pictures out, and then just put them on the rack, and then they can be stored, and there's room at the workshop. I can probably put it up on the mezzanine. They are really sweet. I love the world. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people have liked Spell Shop, so I've been keen to read that, but I'm going to get the other two, because I had such a great time reading the Dream Harbour series back to back. Like, I read that in a week and a half. Sorry, I'm just counting. Huh. Yeah, that's right. Okay, there. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm thinking, why is that not lining up? I'm looking at the top one that I've already done. That's why it's not lining up. That's all right. I'll work it out. I know how to cross stitch, obviously. So I think that in September, I'm going to again just basically um, focus on this one, like, because I want to get this one done by the end of September. So what I'm thinking of doing is just doing like what I did with the diamond painting, not necessarily do the videos every day, but at least make an effort with them. Maybe do it like a shorter video, like an hour video each day, working on it and seeing how far I can get. Um, so yeah, like obviously I'll have to do some pre-recorded ones because I've got other commitments, but there's nothing stopping me from getting up really early in the morning. And sorry, I just had to stretch then. Really early in the morning and putting an hour into it and using YouTube as my way of keeping myself accountable and seeing if I can't get this finished by the end of September. It'd be really good if I could. Someone just pulled up out the front. Just bear with me for a second. Hearing things. Yeah, so I think that that's what I might do is, oh, nearly unthreaded my needle. I might just do that and then, because I mean, it's really worked getting me accountable for everything that I'm doing. And then October is going to be another big crafty month as well because we've got Spooktober happening where we work on anything that's, you know, I guess Halloween related, I guess you could say, or, you know, witches, whatever the case may be, you can work on anything really. All right, I need to rethread my needle. So, yeah. Oh, that made a mess of that. Jeez. What's my needle? Dropped it somewhere. Bugger. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Found it. Stuck it in. It's blending in. Stuck it right down. got to order some more needles in the next few days, and get some diamond painting supplies ready for next year for the Heaven and Earth one that I want to do. So yes, I've got to pack my bag and everything today. So because I leave, I only have short sprints happening tomorrow. So I'll only be doing a 4-hour sprint, and I may be starting an hour earlier tomorrow because I've got to travel down to Brisbane. And my friend actually has works from home, so I can do some stitching and set myself up and everything. And yeah. Yeah, I'm still sort of sitting here going, wow, I cannot believe that I finished all of my diamond paint. There was one that I had from an advent box. And it was just, I kept looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that. So I ended up just, and I don't think anybody else was going to want it either. So I just turned it out. It was one that I didn't pick. It came in a advent box as like a little diamond painting. Like it was probably about this big. And it was very pixelated, and it was a Christmas scene, and I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. So yeah. Uh, Christina's saying, I have a couple of diamond paintings for October, I think. Well, at least at fall. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Tomorrow's a jewel sprint. Yes, I'm jeweling that for sure. Good morning, Tanya. How are you? It's a beautiful day, and I hope you're all having a lovely day. Yes, we are. I'm doing some crafting. I finished my clock yesterday. Started and finished the fairy the day before, and finished the big cut diamond painting on Sunday. So yeah, lots of progress happening, and we were just talking before you came in. We were just talking about. I'm thinking that I'm going to, because this I want to have finished by the end of September. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do in September. I'm not going to commit to a video a day, but I'm going to at least get up in the mornings and basically just flick the camera on and record what I'm doing, and either upload it or live stream it, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I don't know why I wasn't doing the stitches then going up. So yeah, anyway. Start talking. I forgot what I was doing. So today I'm going to be just doing a stitch with me because I have finished all the diamond paintings that I wanted to get done. And as I was saying, I UFO'd one, and I just basically went to Savannah, do you want to do it? She's like, nope. I'm like, fine, it's going to be, because Neroli won't want to do it. And it's only a small little piece. I didn't pick it. It's just, yeah, it wasn't something to do. So that got rid of that one, and there was another one that I couldn't find, and I think I actually threw it out because the canvas was really bad, and it got dust and stuff on it, and yeah, it just wasn't tacky, and I lost some of the drills off it, and yeah, I remember. And then I thought, oh, maybe I sat underneath the cutting mat, but yeah, when I spoke to Savannah, she goes, Mum, I think you actually threw that one out. And I'm like, yeah, I think I did too. So I didn't have that one to do. So I de-kitted everything. And basically I kitted up the spiral chart, which is a witch with a hat, and it's got a little autumnal scene on her hat. So that's now all kitted up, ready to go, and I did a little corner of it last night, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, so I've just got to get. I decided that I'm not going to use two separate ones. I'm actually going to get a new storage system for the Heaven and Earth ones, because I've actually got two here. So I'm just going to kit them up in one thing. And then that way I don't have to worry about two different storage containers. So yeah, and I figured that I'm going to do this new chart that I've started. I'm not in any rush to do that, so I'm just going to do I reckon it'll be finished by October if I do a section a day and keep up with that, because the little sections are not much at all. The Diamond Art Club one that I've got, it's my newest acquisition. I've had it for a couple of years. The cover sheets are now perforated, so you can just peel off a little section and do that section, and so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, if I don't have it finished by the end of October, I've still got a couple of months to do it, right? So, and I've got a few diamond paintings that I want to do in, got a couple of like 30 by 40s that I want to do in October, or at least one of them. And then I've got a couple of other ones that are not, one's a witchy, one's, I guess you could say, mystical in many ways. They are a little bit bigger. I think that they're 60 by 30. They're in portrait, but long portrait. They're flattening out at the moment underneath my cutting book because they're all like rolled up. All right, that is our window done. So I'm going to pop this thread down here because I need that more down here. And thread underneath there. And that will store that there. Right. Now I'm going to do this motif up here, which is in the colour curry. Curry. Let me get that out. So as I said, I'm going to start doing some of these motifs so I can roll the canvas up and whatnot. So yeah. So one is a fairy. They are 40 centimeters by 70 centimeters and 40 centimeters by 65 centimeters. So yeah. And then I've got and then there's another one, which is one I probably will do in October. So, and then I've got another one that is 40 by 50. So We are the granddaughters of the witches you couldn't burn, is what this one is. So let me just show you what it looks like. I'm going to scroll it up for you. So it is a witch, a girl with butterflies, and it says, "We are the granddaughters of witches you couldn't burn." So that's what that sort of looks like. You can see there. It's got words on it. These were all under my cutting board, so that they're flattening out at the moment. And then I've got this fairy one, which is really cute. It has a little moon in it. She's got flaming red hair. And yeah, so she's a little fairy. She's very, very cute. And this one is 40 centimeters by, so that's what it looks like there. Focus. There we go. So it is 40 centimeters by 65 centimeters. And then I've got another one, which is 40 centimeters by 70 centimeters. You can't really see that. That's what it looks like. Can we get the glare off it? There we go. That's what it looks like. So this is a really good one for Halloween as well. So a little witchy one with the eyes. She's sitting on some pumpkins. So yeah, so I've got those, and I don't know if that's got that picture's no good on the other first one I showed you. So I had those. They are the ones that I'm probably going to do in October, or one of them at least in October, to get that done. So yeah, the problem is I don't have anything. Once they're done, I actually don't have anything to store them in. So that's why I'm looking at storage right now, to make sure that I can I've got somewhere to store them, because I don't want to have everything in frames, right? I mean, I've got enough wall space to do that here, but it's sort of, yeah. Let me just pull it out. Go over here. So yeah, so I've got those. Those ones are probably the ones that I'm going to do in October. Well, at least one of them. So yeah, because they're not exactly small, and I'm doing a lot of stitching. So yeah. Hello, welcome on in. Is it Amanda? Welcome on in, Amanda. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your comment. Where are you watching from? And yeah, Molly's also here as well. Hello, Molly. Welcome on in. Oh, right. Now, as I said, you do this little motif up here. I hate it. Anyway, where am I going to count off? I think I'm going to count off from here. All right. All right, everybody, shh. They are cute, right? Everybody shush, I'm counting. All right. And for those that are counting at home, I'm sorry if I count out loud. So what do we got? We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. 6 is a gap. Okay, wish me luck. All right. Before I go any further, right. Okay. I think I'm good. If I'm not, oh well. It is what it is, right? I mean, it's not going to affect anything because I'm not going to be counting off anything because I've already done this and I've already done those. So even if this is in the wrong place, it's not going to make much difference because, as I said, I've already counted off that, and I'm not going to be counting off anything either. I'll be attempting to get some stitching action in today on my new Heaven and Earth Love Letters chocolate shop by Amy Stewart. Trying to navigate Pattern Keeper, first time using it. Yeah, it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. I use Pattern Keeper for my Heaven and Earth stuff as well. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's great, but I don't worry. I don't necessarily worry about putting other things in. I just use it for Heaven and Earth stuff. Because I've found sometimes it just doesn't transfer really well. And then there's these other steps that you've got to do, and it's just like I print off the paper and do the paper. But yeah, definitely for Heaven and Earth, they're great, really good. Just make sure that you've got a really good device because if you lose, like if you say you accidentally delete the app or your device dies. Oh, excuse me. You can't, like, you have to re-enter all the things that you've done into the new upload or the new download of the app, right? So I haven't done this yet, but I'm actually seriously considering because things go wrong all the time, and I'm part the way through my dragon one, so I'm thinking that red dragon. So I'm thinking that I'm going to print off the paper, like just print off a page at a time, right? And yeah, and just update on that as well, like at the end of each session, because I don't know. I'm just having like just don't trust digital stuff to. I mean, I could find it easily enough where I was up to because of what I've done, but still, I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to, right? So yeah, but it's a good little thing. It's not available for Apple though, which is a shame because there's so many people out there that use Apple and they don't have access to it. So yeah, but I like it. I think it's great. I can use it on my phone too. So like I have like I have a tablet. Well, I had a tablet. I don't have a tablet anymore, but I updated on my phone, and it's good at retreats. I don't have to have a tablet. I can just have my phone going, and yeah, I can just stitch away. Because a lot of time when I go to retreats, I don't necessarily take small stuff. I just take a Heaven and Earth and just work on that, heap the stitches in. But I haven't got to retreat for ages. That's funny. I didn't even notice you did it. Sherry's also here, reading and sprint hopping, hugging the like button. Thank you so much. Yes, she is very cute. Hello to Sherry, and of course, Christina couldn't help herself but count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're funny. Hello to Christina from Tanya, and Christina says, "Yes, I'm in a mood." Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you're in a mood. That's awesome. Doesn't affect me none. So yeah. All right. God, my road's busy today. Sorry, I'm just counting at the moment because this is the diagonal as well, so I'm trying to make sure that I have it in the right spot. Yeah, that was a bit too far over. Making pretty good progress with the Booker Prize stuff as well. I'm almost finished John of John. I think I'm at 60% of John of John. But yeah, I'm making. Sorry, I just got a message. Yeah, so I did. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying now. Distracted by the message. Anyway, moving on. I still haven't gone through all my WIPs yet. I need to do that. Yeah, I need to definitely do that. Hmm. I think what I might do is come down. So that's. I, I just know when I do diagonal stuff, I tend to always mess it up. And so I'm just trying to figure out which way I'm going to travel on the chart so I don't mess it up. So, yeah. Yes, I'm going to take this cross stitch with me down on the weekend, and I'm going to work on this on the weekend. Because as I said, this is my priority right at the moment. And because I want to be like just trying to get my cross stitch stuff done. I've got a ton of whips and all the rest of it, but yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have to work on one thing at a time. I can pull out 3 or 4 things and work on them each day. But I'm just sort of wanting to get to the point now where I just want to get some of these bigger ones that I've got going finished. So I think if I focus on some of my bigger ones and maybe like one big one for the month and then 2 little ones, and just see what progress I can make. Because I do have a couple of like smallish charts. They're only probably about this big when they're finished. So I could possibly get stuck into those. Just really stuck in it because I've pretty much had a bloody couple of years off from stitching. Like just doing a little bit here, a little bit there. What the heck are you doing? Which is quite evident by my stitching today. I'm trying to make really big crosses today. Try that again. There we go. That looks a bit better. I've got to go and put my sewing machines in for servicing. So I've got to go down for a trip down to Brisbane and put them in one at a time, get them serviced. Because the guy that I originally used, he's retired. And there's a guy that is doing it here locally in Kingaroy, but I've had some horror stories, so I'm just not even going to risk it because I don't want to have to, because people have had to replace their machines after he's worked on them. And I'm like, yeah, not doing that. Because one of my machines is worth a lot of money to replace, right? So it's like, no, not doing that. I'll pass, thanks. So yeah, anyway. All right. We are going to have a short break. I'm going to go and top up my coffee because I finished that. So yeah, all right. Let me just put the banner up. Where is it? We'll be back. We're going to be back at 10:15, so 15 past the hour. So that's about, just try 0. That'll be in about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So we don't need a super long break because we've only just started. So I'm going to pop that up there. And of course, as I said, we will be back in about 10 minutes. So 15 past the hour, wherever you are right now. And I'll see you all soon. Okay, we're back. All right, let's set the timer for another 45-minute session. I've been like thinking about all the crafts that I've done over the years, and there's a couple that I have looked at in the past that I haven't tried yet, and I want to try. One of that is wood etching, glass etching, and a few other ones like revolving around that. But the main one is I want to learn how to weld, do welding, and so I can, make other stuff. So yeah, all right, set the timer for 45 minutes. So we're going to get some more stitches in. So yeah, and like because we've been moving a lot of stuff around in the house, there's been things that I have got and not done and all that sort of stuff. So I've been getting all of that sort of stuff together. So hopefully I can start making a dent in some of these crafts that I've got. And yeah, as I do them, I'll share them with you. But yeah. And Sister Savannah, last night there's a jigsaw puzzle sitting on top of the cupboard. I said we need to do that, or we need to put it away. One of the two. If we're not going to do it, because otherwise we're going to end up losing pieces. I mean, no one can go on top of that cupboard anyway, like because it's just me and her here, and the cats haven't climbed up there or anything. But it's not going to stop them from doing it. So yeah, so I think that we might pull it down and put it on the coffee table, and then that way we can just chip away at it, and we can always just slide it under the couch away from the cats, but at least we will start to make a dent in it. So yeah. You don't realise, like, you look at the little motifs and you go, oh, yeah, that won't take long to do, but you don't realise how many stitches are in them. And, like, this is nowhere near finished yet. I've still got another colour, another 2 colours to put into this motif. So I was talking to Brennan the other day, and I said to him that when we travel, I'll be taking some stuff with me, and I'll be doing a little bit of design work and whatnot. And he's like, "Cool, that sounds really good," and like he's excited for me to be getting back into that sort of thing. So I've been trying to find. I've got a sketchbook somewhere. It's so hard because I had everything in places, and then Savannah's moved back home with all her stuff, so we've had to move everything, and they did a lot of the moving and whatnot while I wasn't here, so I have no flipping clue where they've put them. And then I'll ask, and she'll go, "Oh, I don't know." No. So I'm gonna get. I've got like all my pens and everything are in one place. They're in a little trolley just out here. So I'm going to get all that stuff together and put a little pencil case together to take with me. So I've got like my sharpeners and all that sort of stuff in the kit. And then that way I'll have that stuff with me. And then, yeah, I can at least do what I want to do while I'm away. And I've got to get my calculator together and little rulers and all that sort of stuff. So I've got to get all that stuff together. And do you think I can find, like, it's not in the most logical place? You think that when you're unpacking stuff and packing stuff back up again, or moving it from a particular position in the house, that you would put it on my office desk, right? So I could put it away, so I would know where it is. That did not happen. I just found my exercise equipment. Because I've got like resistance bands and stuff like that. I've been looking for them for pretty close on a month. And I'm like, do you know where they are? She goes, no, I didn't see them. And I'm like, are you sure? Because they were in the basket, and the basket is now in the diamond painting room. So you must have put them somewhere. She goes, oh, I think they might have been Narrowly. And I asked Narrowly, and Narrowly's like, no, I don't know where they are. And I'm like, This is not helpful, guys. So anyway, I just opened up a drawer in her TV cabinet and they're in there. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So at least now I've got those, so I can start doing some resistance band training. That I've been looking for them. So yeah. But anyway, I have them now. So I'm gonna key up on the tubes, some exercise routines. And I'm gonna start doing those. And yeah. Now that I found those. I've got to go out and get myself a set of weights as well, because the weights that I have here, they're a little bit, they were secondhand when we got them, and they're a little bit dirty, like as in rusty, and I don't want to have to spend time trying to keep my hands clean and all that sort of stuff. And so I'm just going to go down and get myself a cheap set from Big W or Kmart. I might actually get them on the weekend from Kmart. And then I've got them, and they'll just be here inside on that. So, because we've got like old school weights in the gym, and they all need to be cleaned and all that sort of stuff. And because I'm crafting and everything, I don't want to have to stress about, you know, keeping the hands clean and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. I will just go and get a new set. They're only cheap. They're only like about $40 or something like that. So they're not super expensive, which is good. Right, leave that there because I am going to use that color again. All right, now what color do I need? That is corn silk. Now, where are you? It's top. That's due there, I think. Yes, it is. I need a needle. Do I not have a Sperry? No, because I'm using them all. All right, well, we can take you out. Thank you. I said hi to Jen and the Massverse crew, and then I got one chapter read and started working on the moon. Nice, nicely done. That's awesome. What is that? All right, sorry, I just had some messages come up and whatnot. So yeah. I had a lot of fun getting books read. I haven't reviewed all of them. I've only reviewed 5 of them. So I've got to do a bit of that. So I thought about, like, I'm also going to take my computer down and try and catch up on those as well. When I'm in the van, I can just chill out and do that. So this weekend, I'm going to get a lot of crafting, a lot of catching up on reviews, a little bit of diamond painting. But the best part is I'm going to go hang out with the girls, and we're going to go to a yarn festival, check out all the different yarns and everything like that, see what's happening in the crafty world. So yeah, I don't think I'll be buying, like, I won't say I'm not going to buy anything, but I'm not going to be buying a lot, that's for sure. Because it's on the outside. Because I have stuff here that I want to use, but I do want to actually get So they are, I want to see if I can get some wooden ones. Like I do have a sock frame here, but I want to, like, and of course it's caught up in a piece of yarn. So I do have like this one. It's a sock blocker. So yeah, it's got a little hook on it, but I've only got one, right? So I know it only makes one sock at a time, but I want to get a set of wooden ones, and yeah, so I'm going to go and check those out. So I've got that one, but as I said, I've only got one. So yeah, I'd like to get a few more if I could. So yeah, so that's sort of what I'm looking for while I'm down there, and hopefully I can find something that I like. So yeah. I think this goes all the way around. Yeah, that's easy. I don't have to count. Just got to make sure I make a cross. Some of the colours are very subtle, but they do complement each other, which is really nice. And yeah, so I'm just going to see what's new. Hopefully Jenny King will be there. She's an Australian cross stitcher, not cross stitcher, sorry, crocheter, and I do like the simplicity of her patterns. That's so I like to see what new ones she's got on offer. Sirens are going off again today. They've been going off heaps lately. Next door neighbour has a visitor. It's got a ship's bell outside his house. And it's like, ding, ding. You know, it's at Liz's place. So, yeah. Tanya says, ooh, crafty shopping. Yeah, I'll be taking some footage. I've got to get after this stream today, I've got to get my camera out and make sure that is charged and make sure I've got all the power banks and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, I've got a little prep work to do. I'm going to pack my bag today, load the car up and take that with me over to Brendan's, or I might just leave it in the back of the car. But either way, I've got to pack my bag and make sure I've got my camera equipment. I've also got to film my directly after this. I've got to work on my sew stitching Saturday video and get that sorted and up and scheduled. What else have I got to do today? I've got to do a load of washing. Some dishes. I'll probably clean the bar. I'll probably do all the houses here until 7 o'clock tonight. So I will probably do all the housework today instead of tomorrow and Saturday. And then tomorrow I'll just basically do the streaming, relax and watch. I was going to say watch my book. I mean read my book, and yeah. And just enjoy the day tomorrow, and then listen to my book on the way down. I don't think that there's Bluetooth in there is a Bluetooth speaker in the back, but I don't think we've got Bluetooth in the front of the van, so I'll have to make sure that my earbuds are I actually might just charge up my bone conducting ones and then I can have them on, and then yeah, instead of just having something in one ear, I won't have to have anything in my ears. I can just have it and finish off my book. But I will definitely finish the book that I'm reading today, and then I'm probably going to start another book or one. And Like I already plan on reading the Disappearers. That's 640 pages. So I'm planning on reading that, starting that in the beginning of September. I'm just sort of trying to get through some of the shorter ones this month. And then next week, I've also got to work on my scripts and stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of that while I'm away. And like Sunday morning, I'm not going to have to rush. So even if I wake up early, I can do a little bit of work and get some scripts done and all that sort of stuff. And then next week, I'll be able to start filming those as well. So I then get them sorted. All right, what have I got going on here? All right. As well as stitching on this next month, I think just during the mornings as well. I think Savannah and I on Wednesdays are watching Criminal Minds. Well, most nights we're watching Criminal Minds, at least one episode. So I think what I might do is set up my floor frame in the lounge room, and then I can just take this in with me and chuck it on the frame and do some stitches while I'm watching TV with her. I don't know, because I won't be doing it any other night, because I'll come home and just do some diamond pattern. But on the nights that I'm home, I can I can work on this. And just put this down here. Snip that off because I don't need that anymore. I take that out of the needle and wrap that back around that. All right, so we've got one more colour to go in this, which is almost the same colour as this fawn silk, really. So I could just use that. Anyway, we'll do top. It's probably slightly different. Where is it? It's a bit greener, but anyway, it's very similar. Trust the process, they say. It's actually the same colour, like it's just got a slight amount of, like, a little bit darker green in it, I guess. A little less yellow. Anyway, it is what it is, as they say. All right. All right, that's that done. Okay. All right. I am going to have to weave that one through because I didn't finish it with a pin stitch. I will do that later on. But there, it's done. I'm pretty sure I've got everything there. Yep, I do. All right, that's that motif done. All right, let me just take that off. I'll weave that through a bit later. All right. And we're going to go over here. I hate counting. I hate the counting. I hate the counting. Will you do a vlog on your shopping expedition? Yes, I will be. Most definitely. That anything crafty like that, I always do try to film. And the girls I'm going with are okay with me filming, so it's fine. So that's all good. And even if they weren't, I would just sort of break away from them and go and do it. All right. How many do I have to count across for this one? Let me just count it. Okay. At least it's not like 400 I have to count. It's only 6. Oh, chart just fell. Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you doing? Stay still. Jeez Louise. Stay still. I hate it when I do that. I'm just going to leave that there because I don't know if it's going to be a 6 or what. So I'm just going to leave that thread there for now. And once I'm finished it, whether it's going to be a 6 or a 7, because it's going to be finished in either this year or next. So hopefully it'll be finished at the end of September. So, and it'll be a 6. So yeah. All right. Now, that's probably the, oops, right, bumping everything everywhere. I do apologise. All right, so let me just put some of these colours away for now. And then that way I won't have threads absolutely everywhere. Which one is this? This is curry. So that's done and that's done. I'm finished with that colour and we're finished with party. What did I just drop? That was a green. I don't know what that's from. Alright, sorry, I'm talking to myself here. Trying to get myself organised. Alright, so we are going to start on a motif down here. So I have to count it. And I need the colour tarragon. Well, stuff, red rock, pine needles, straw, hazelnut, blackboard, nut, tarragon. Right. Just sit that there for a second because I am move some stuff out of the way, but I'm going to move that over to here a little bit further. Get that out of the way. I'm going to do the edge of the house. I decided that I'm going to do it the same color as the roof because I don't like the color that's over here. It just looks out of place. So I decided that the outside of the house is just going to be the same color because it is a different color than the bricks, which I thought is odd, but I might to jump all over the designer. But I am going to change the color to this one. I just think it's a little toned down a little bit more and it matches the windows. So, and the roof. So that's why I thought I would do that. And then it will be fine. And then I can count off here. So, and it also gets this thread up here to do some of the Smyrna crosses. I still think I'm going to wait until I get towards the end to do it, but we'll see how we go. I may end up just going, oh, bugger it, I'll just do it. Not only that, it also matches this bit that makes the brick look a little bit darker. So I think that it's going to be a little bit more cohesive that way, because I did change the color of the because the windows were supposed to be this color here. No, they were supposed to be putty, which is lighter again. And I decided not to do that. I think it's putty. Let me just have a look. Yeah, it's supposed to be putty. And I decided not to do that because it was going to blend in with this one that I just used up here, and I figured you couldn't see it very well because remember I did swap out some colors and all the rest of it. So, and I wanted my windows to stand out, so I decided to go with Gingerbread by Classic Colorworks for that. And so it only stands to reason that I use it down the side of the house, and then that way it matches. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's something that I'm going to have to look at, right? So I can change it if I want to. And I think it does. It already looks better with the darker color. So yeah, I'm happy that I went with that. I've got 2 colors left, says Christina. Nice. You're on a roll this month too. Gee, that plane's low. It's not a crop duster because they're a lot noisier. They sound like a rubber band going through the sky. So it's definitely not a crop duster. Yeah, so I don't know what else is going to be at this yarn festival, like if there's going to be demonstrations or how to or anything like that. So I guess we'll see when we get there. I'm not sure. I think it goes. I think it's only one day, but it might go for the whole weekend. Yeah. So, but I am going down tomorrow to spend the afternoon night with Leanne, and then all day, and then yeah, and then on Sunday we're going to stitch together, and I'll probably leave, I don't know, about 4 or 5 on Sunday afternoon and then come home. And that probably cuts into a heap. Christina says, yep, on a roll, and I am trying to figure out the house and shop and the extra stuff. I'm not there yet, but I am treading water and not sinking. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. That baby steps, little steps at a time, right? So yeah. I think I might leave a little bit earlier from Brendan's today and go down and take some doonas and extra big blankets and stuff down, and mattress protectors and stuff down to, because I'm going to strip my bed today, so I might take them down to the laundromat because they've got really big washing machines down there, and do a big wash of those and chuck them in the dryer and all the rest of it, so they're ready to chuck back on the bed tonight. We'll see how we go. See how I go for time, because I've actually got to record 2 videos. So I'm going to do slip stitching today, and also Sunday's video as well, which I don't know whether that's going to be diamond painting yet, or whether it's going to be stitch with me, or I don't know, crochet with me maybe, to do that. So anyway, that's sort of where I'm at with that. So I have to do those 2. So it'll just depend on the time and whatnot. So all right, we have got to the top. And there's still enough there left to do a couple of Smyrna crosses. I think I only have to use, I do. I only have to use 1 thread. That's cool. All right, so I will add that thread over here. Just pop that there so it's out of the way. All right, so now I need to get the top, and I've got threads bloody everywhere up here. No, was it top that I was using? No, it wasn't. What colour is that? Tarragon. Sorry, I'm using tarragon. So I was going to say top is not green. What am I doing? Yeah, that's because it's not green. It's not top. It's actually something completely different. So yeah. Anyway, right. So got to come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Sit that there for a second. I need a counting pin. Where did that go? And then I've got Right. It's always anxiety inducing when it comes to counting. How's everybody going with what they're working on? Let me know in the comments. Yes, we're just about to go for our next break anyway, so in 30 seconds. So that's why I've stopped. So we are going to come back in around 10 minutes. No, don't need extra long breaks today. So yeah, I just finished the earrings he was making. First ones ever. Nice. Awesome. That's excellent. All right, we are going to have a little bit of a break. Oops, sorry, I need to edit that first. We will be back in at 15 past the hour. So I'm going to save that and add that to the screen. And I'll see you all in 10 minutes. I didn't make a coffee last time, but I am going to go and make myself a couple of bits of toast. So yeah, so we will see you back at 15 past the hour. Okay, we are back for our final sprint or 45-minute crafting session. I scoffed down. I'm probably going to pay for it in about 5 minutes' time. Scoffed down a toasted chicken sandwich, roasted chicken sandwich. So tasty. I live on barbecue chicken, I swear. Because what happens is I go to Costco, and so you get a chicken up here and it's about a 1.2 kilo chook, and it's like $12, I think it is now, something like that. Whereas I can go to Costco when I'm down at Brisbane, I can go to Costco and they're $7.99, so $8, and it's a 2 kilo chook. And so I bring it home and I strip it off the bone, and then I put them in Ziploc bags and just chuck them in the freezer. So I put 2 handfuls of meat into each one, and it does me for usually 2 lunches and a dinner. And if I'm having a bit bigger dinner, it'll be 1 lunch and 1 dinner. So yeah, and so I just freeze them and pull them out as I need them. I'm just going to count this again and make sure that I'm right. Yep, I am. All right. So which one am I working on? This top one, all right. Tell you what, that hurt this morning when I did that with the I keep knocking it and it keeps bleeding. But yeah, I picked up my diary and the little edge of the diary got hold of me and just like skimmed the top of my knuckle and took a bit of skin off, and I was like, oh, that's not nice. So we're starting on some of the motifs now off to the side. The second part. There's something that is setting Alfie off. I think next door neighbor must have their friends up again. They don't actually have a dog, but when they, and I keep hearing a dog and it sounds like it's next door, but I can't see a dog, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, Alfie's just like going off his ever loving head. And it scares the crap out of you because it'll be silent. Like, it's not a very noisy neighborhood, so you can sort of get off into your own little world and whatnot. And then he'll bark, but he'll bark right next to the kitchen door. It scares the sheesh out of you every time. Every time. Like, Happy, what are you doing? Why are you scaring me for? Even the cats like jump up and all the rest of it. And they're like, why are you barking? Yeah. But he's not happy today. There's something out and that is setting him off. And I think actually the next one is actually having some work done as well. So that's probably what he's barking at, because he doesn't bark at the neighbours. I guess he knows their scent, he knows their voices. They've been here since he was a puppy. So, but yeah, if there's someone over there he doesn't know, he gets a bit angry on that. But if he keeps barking, it's going to disturb them. So I'll have to put him back in his kennel. It's quiet. Then only when the gate opens, he'll go off his head. He's like my little alarm bell. When the gate opens, he goes off on that. So, especially if he's in his kennel, it's like, I guess he's warning people, like, don't come up here because I'm up here. He's funny though. And oh, that's a bit big. One of the cats, Brendan's little grey one that we got here that was a bit feral that seems to still be here. Basically, it's like we've got it inside and all that sort of stuff, but it goes up to Alfie will come up to the door. Because he scratched all the screen off the door, so we haven't replaced it. We'll replace it before summer gets here. And anyway, he comes up and he sticks his nose in the door, and then the little grey one will be sitting there, and then we'll go up and sort of get a little bit close, and it's like a little bit of a standoff between the two of them. But if he's not there and she can't see him, she goes up to the door like a meerkat and is looking out in the yard trying to see where he's at. And it's so cute. Like, it's so cute. Christina has finished their diamond painting. Yay for the finish. Can't wait to see it in Discord. You can take a photo with your camera on your phone and upload it to Discord straight away. That'd be pretty cool. I could see it. All right, how many have we got to do these? Another 4 up. Oh, I didn't set the alarm. Oh, where's the time? So we'll set that for 40 minutes. We're going for about 5. Okay. A bit of reverse stitch in there. Put it in the wrong thread. I have to pull out Halloween Quaker this week, I think, coming week, and just look at that and see where I've got to pull out and all that sort of stuff. So, like all the threads that I've got to pull out. So, yeah. It looks like it might be a partial, just like Naomi. Cud bought me a new one today. It's a Highland cow with sunflowers around the head. Oh, that's nice. Okay, fine. I'll take a picture. I just read them all in backwards, but that'd be cool. That I want to get a nice Highland cow one for Neroli. I was going to get a stitch piece, and I still may get it. Botany Threads had a Highland cow, but I wanted to go to the shop because they didn't have a shop. Like so, and I didn't buy it while I was in the UK because, yeah. because I don't know now whether I'm going to actually maybe look at see if there's a partial heaven and earth one and get that done up as a diamond painting instead, or whether to actually do a cross stitch and then just make it into maybe a cushion for her bed. So yeah, there's decisions to be made because she's a bit of a minimalist and she does chuck shit away. I don't want to spend all my time doing that and then her just go one day she doesn't like it and she just chucks it out. Because I know that it'll piss the matter off. It'll just annoy the crap out of me. So yeah. All right. Okay, so you can always tell when you've been sitting at the craft table for a very long time because the back of your shoulders get a little bit, how you going? So yeah, they're a little bit tender on that. But it is what it is. I will be fine. I will massage. I've got this new cream stuff that a friend of us, it's not a cream, it's a spray, and a friend of ours gave it to us for Brendan's back. And I did something the other week and I clicked my shoulder and I pulled a muscle or something in my underneath my shoulder blade and it was really sore. And sprayed some of that stuff on and it was great. It just it healed it right up real quick. And when I put it on at the workshop and then went into the car and reached back for my seatbelt when I was leaving and it clicked, but it didn't click as in, oh my God, that's so painful. It clicked. It was like, oh my God, that's a relief. And then I come home, went to bed and whatnot, and woke up the next day and it was like I didn't even have any pain there. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be getting that stuff again, putting that on in the medicine cabinet because that shit's good. I can't remember what it's called though. I have to be looking at the actual bottle, and it's good because it's in a spray, so you can just spray it on. All right, so. Okay, so I can actually take this back because this colour is, let me just put that up here for a second. I'll take this one back down and then I can put the two little ones down here because that's not much of a jump. Right, put that down here now. Just make sure I go through a hole so I can get it back out again. Right. All right. Now I can turn the page because I've got to move on to another page now. Oh, okay. All right, so what have I done? All that. Okay. I know where I'm at now. Okay. Oops, someone's in trouble. Down at the school, they use the loudspeaker to call people up to the office. Like, someone's going to come to the office. And you can tell when it's just like, oh, you've had a phone call, your mum's rang or whatever, and then you can tell the ones that are in trouble because it's like right down the loudspeaker, and I can hear it from my house. How close I am to the school, but I can't hear the kids like yelling and screaming unless they're on the oval. The oval's closer to the house than what, like it's the next street down. And when they're having a carnival or whatever, like an athletics carnival, or like doing any sort of stuff, and yeah, you can hear the kids and they just sound like they're having the best time. But as I said, there's both the school and the high school across the road from each other. So this whole block down from us is all schooling, school yards and stuff. And we're in trouble. You can hear it. And I'm pretty sure that was Sandy that I just heard. that was called out. And I'm like, oh, so we're in trouble. But yeah, anyway. So I figured I'm actually thinking that I'm to do, I may end up doing a pre-recorded for Sunday, a stitch with me. So what I might do when I'm finished here, I might just keep working on this and upload a video for a floss tube extra stitch with me for Sunday. And then obviously I'll have my slow stitching Saturday as well. So, but I think I actually have to move that, so I might have to hold off on that one. So yeah, until a bit later. Get a couple of things done first and then come back and do that this afternoon before I leave. Go over to Brendan's. I'm not going to get disturbed today because Narrowly doesn't come over on a Thursday and Savannah is at school and then also at work until 7 o'clock tonight. So I don't have to stress too much about her coming in and interrupting me and wanting to have a chat, because I've been like, normally I would just go, oh, I'm busy and all the rest of it, but because she's been a little bit sideways this year with placements and all that sort of stuff, I sort of just stop what I'm doing and sort of pay attention to what she's saying, and just so I know where I'm going, if I think she's going to explode or have a meltdown or whatever. So I've just been like turning my book off. It's actually like it's been hard because I just want to do what I need to do, and yeah, she's having a hard time, so I'm just going to make myself emotionally available for her. So yeah, but anyway, I won't get disturbed by her today, which is good. All right, so this is. I need to cross some stuff off. Hang on a sec, I'm gonna lose my spot. All right, so I've done that, done that, done that, and I've done that. All right, now I've done this, and I've done these. These. Right, so I've done all that. Okay, I think I know where I'm at now. Scary. I mean, at the end of the day, even if I just do this slow stitching Saturday, I can I will be able to do like I can film or something. I can take like just chuck my tripod in and I can film a stitch with me while I'm down there or something. I don't know. I'll see where I end up today. I just need to make sure that I'm getting my stuff done. That's all. Because I don't want to get to this close to the end of the month and go, oh, I missed a month. I missed a day out of the month. But because it's set up here, I can just use StreamYards to record. And I don't have to, and it's already here, so it sort of makes sense to do that, right? I think that that's what I'll do. All right, then cross that off so I know where I'm at. Okay, so I've got one here. So there. So there's a couple of different colors in here, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got the right things happening. Yeah, that's the right one. Like, gee, that's in a weird spot, but no, that's right. Like, oh, maybe just in a weird spot. Doesn't look right. Like when you're looking at it like this, doesn't look right because there's other colors in here and there's like a basket and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, maybe I did that wrong. But no, I didn't do it wrong. All right, I can get rid of this now because that's definitely buried. All right, Brendan has just sent me a message. Oh, sorry, just I've got my phone on the volume up, and I just yeah, Brendan just sent me a message, and I'm like, I don't even understand what he said. He's in the truck, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you said, boo, dude. But anyway, okay, thanks for the message. What have I got here? 1 to 6. So we have 11 days to go. Today's the 20th, right? Yeah, today's the 20th. So we've got 11 days to go. So another 11 videos to go up on the channel for AVADA. And I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making on the crafts that I've chosen to do. So it's amazing how quick the month goes when you do something like this. Like before you know it, the month is gone, and you're like, wow, that month went quick. What did I do in that month again? So yeah. All right. All right, so then I've got to go one up. And then I'm going to mark this off because this is where I'll start to make mistakes if I don't mark them off. All right, so we've gone across here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. And now I've got to go diagonal. And I have 3 of those. Cross that off. 3. So I've got to count these because it's like a little pattern within the basket. So yeah, so I'm just making sure that I have everything correct. One, 2, 3, 4. To cross that off. I think it's actually raining. Oh, it is too. It is raining. Right. And right, I've counted it right along the bottom. Whew, it's always hectic. So now I'll be doing the same as what I've done here on this side as well, and then there'll be fill-ins and all that sort of stuff. Yes, slow stitching is another project. It is the wool felt applique, but I've got to move the Q snap, so I've got to do that this afternoon before I can film. So because I've got another flower and a bird that I'm working on, and the Q snap's in the way for it. So yeah, so I've got to do that. I have to figure out how to take screenshots from the new computer. Yeah, it's always fun. So yeah, there's a lot of things on there that I have to figure out. Yeah, new computers are painful at times. So yeah, but hopefully you'll figure it out sooner rather than later. That I just got to clean my glasses because I just put a big thumbprint on these. That's better. Remember to put the bin out today, so no rushing. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do is I'll just continue on. I'll just hit record and record this, and then while this is downloading, I will I will basically move the Q snap and get ready to film the other one on that. So yeah, so they'll be both pre-recorded ones this weekend. All right, then I've got to go up. Okay, let me mark that off. All right, I've done that. Done that, and I've done that, and I've got 3 to go up. All right. And I will have to thread my needle again in a minute. Right. Whew. Why does that one look wider? So, that's right. It's just looking like it's wider. Did I not count 7 across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I went 8 across. Did I go 8 across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went too many across. That's what I did. Damn it. All right, fine. Not bad considering I've been going for 3 hours and it's the first mistake I've made, so that's not too bad. I counted the wrong line. So yeah. Right, so what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I did 8. Right. Along that bottom row. That's why I sort of like doing color complete on things like this, where I just do the first color, because especially when they're symmetrical like this, like I looked at that and I could see that it was wrong, that I didn't even have to, and then I realized that I put 1 too many stitches in. Okay, we'll try that again, shall we? Took a bit. Right, we'll try that again, shall we? This one, I have to pull the whole thing out. All right, that didn't take long to redo it, thankfully. I'm going to have a little bit of a break from sitting here, though. So my back's feeling a little bit sore. I have made a big boo-boo. This is supposed to come in one here. I've actually done a line of it, and so the 7th one. So I'm going to have to unpick that again. So I've got 2 minutes, so I'm not going to worry about doing that now. I will unpick it. So basically, where I've gone wrong, I'm like, why is that looking so wrong? So where I've gone wrong is this is supposed to be offset like this, and I didn't realise that. So now I do. I can unpick this. I can pretty much leave everything in its place, except I just have to take out an extra one and put a stitch down here instead. So I'll take this out because this row that I'm unpicking now actually extends past it past it. So that's why I was getting, I'm like, it's only supposed to be like a space of 3. That's why I was just double checking it to make sure. Sometimes the most stupidest things will trip me up. But it is, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, as you can see. But at least I've spotted it before I've gone too far. Like I could have gone, oh yeah, that's right now, and But I was going, no, there's still an extra stitch in there somewhere. So we're going to unpick this because this is all in the right place. I just double check this. It's just this bottom row that's not. So yeah, get it unpicked. Oh, that was already done, I think. So it's here. I've got to unpick. So I've just got to take an extra stitch out, and then I can come along and do that stitch there, and then everything, because everything else is in the right place, right? So yeah. At least I'm not wasting my thread either, because it's unthreading pretty good. All right, so I'll take this one out, and then I can come back across, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, and I've just got to put the 7th one there so you can see it's off-centered. The alarm is about to go off for our final little session, so I'm going to be wrapping up. But at least now, if I fix this, I can just hit the record button and record the video. So yeah. All right. Try this again. 3rd time's a charm. All right, so as I said, that was our last little craft set, 45-minute craft session. Normally I go a little bit longer on a Thursday, but as I said, I've got to go. I'm going away this weekend, so I've got to do housework and all that sort of stuff, film videos for the weekend and whatnot. So yeah. So there we go. Now it looks better. Oh my God. 3rd time's a charm, right? So yeah. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we have come to the end of our stitch with me today. I've got, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 motifs that I've got to do here. So we've got a lot of stitching still to do on this piece, but hopefully I'll get a fair bit done on the weekend as well. Mistakes happen. That's right. That's exactly right. Trying to plan out the week a bit. I think I might do some silent sprints on a Friday morning, afternoon. So Saturday night for you. Nice. I might be able to join. Depends what's happening at the end's place. I might not be home. Or we might have gone out for dinner or something like that. Is it supposed to match the other side? Yes, it's symmetrical. So, this side that's different. No, this is right because I just counted all that. And then, so what was wrong was this little section here had 4 spaces, not 3. So now it will have 3 spaces when I do it. So, yeah, it'll be fun now. On that, you'll see on the video on Sunday. That just because I'm doing it on Thursday. That's all. So yeah. All right. I'm going to head out. So I'm going to go and have a little bit of a break, give my eyes a bit of a rest for 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and start. I am over here, over there. If you want to see my diamond painting and the earrings, this will have to happen a bit. And then on the other side of the house. Oh, no, yeah, this is the other side of the house that I'm doing. So there's 9 motifs over here. There's not 9 motifs over here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over this side, I think, in the picture. So yeah, it's not completely symmetrical as in design, but the basket is. So on this side of the house here, there's just this big plant and a beehive. The bird, a little motif which I've done, then the lettering where my needle minder is, and then a basket which I've got to do some spread crosses in, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 motifs to do over here, and I'm working on this one right now. So yeah, so it won't take me long to do them. Like when I get stuck into them, they don't take long as long as I don't make mistakes on that. So yeah. All right, I'm going to return. I'll have to have a look at them a bit later, Christina, because I've got to return calls to Brendan. I've got to return a call to Leanne. And then I've also got to record. So, and I'm running, it's now 12 o'clock and I'm leaving at 4 o'clock today. So I'm rapidly running out of time today. And I've also got to do housework, have a shower, pack my bag, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so basically I've done this much of the house. So I've got this much of the house to go on that, but I want to get these motifs up here done so I can, and possibly even this motif done so I can move the scroll bar, because then I can finish this beehive and then do the borders. So this is all of this has got to be done by the end of September. So yeah, but I'm hoping that I'll get a good weekend today, this weekend. So yeah, yes, I am doing my dual streams. Yes, I am. I am starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to the same time as now, and then I'll be heading off. So yes, I will be doing that, and I'll just be doing our sprint. So it'll be just a quick one. Hello, Melissa. Thank you. Just finishing up a very frantic tidy of our house, and now getting ready to stitch for the night. Nicely done. And my first diamond painting kit arrived today. I won't open it until we move, though. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you will see me tomorrow. So I'll be starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be finishing at this time tomorrow, and then I'll be scooting straight out the door. So I may end up just bringing home the van tonight and leaving the car with Brendan. And then, yeah, I'll pick it up on Monday. I'll take the van back on Monday and that. So, yeah, 6 p.m. for US. Yes, that's correct. So, yeah, all right. Well, I'm heading out. So thank you so much, everybody that has dropped in, popped by, hit the like button, hung out for the last 3 hours. I really do appreciate it. And, of course, I will see you all tomorrow on Dusty Book Sniffers and also on here at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is 6 p.m. EDT. And, yeah, and I'll be doing a couple of sprints and then I'll be heading off. So, yeah. Have a great night, everybody, or day, no matter where you're from. And, of course, remember, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye.